Are you?
Okay. Okay. Okay, so...
Do you need George?
Oh, I can have George in it.
Okay.
He's very much a part of me now.
Yeah.
I like to tell other people's stories.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I like my story in the sense that, you know, sometimes things happen in life and you're like, oh my gosh, like actually because this happened and this happened, it was like a domino effect. But I love being able to share people's stories. So the story of Malée,
Yeah.
you know, how even just the transition from South Africa to the UK, I mean, all the things you had to do that I had no idea about.
Real.
Yeah.
Real. Real.
You know, these new standards, you
Yeah.
have to, you know, recreate products, you
Yeah.
have to do all these things. And I think that's fascinating. I think I can't be the only one that thinks this is fascinating, so I can bring it to other people, if that makes sense.
And I feel like sometimes I find other people share the narrative better than I could because I'm living it. So on the day we met, I had like
the accident.
I literally had my shower door literally fall on me, and in such a vulnerable moment. And I think in that moment, yes, I would love to be able to say, you know, we work incredibly hard as a business. I work incredibly hard to put out the best product possible that I know works, that I know is going to do what it says on the bottle, because that's my personality, and integrity has a lot to do with who I am as a person and as a brand. But how many opportunities do you get to do that in between trying to run a business, or, you know, and I think that's where what you do is so, like, I read your interview of me and I was like, oh my God, wow. I think I remember saying, oh my God, this is amazing. I was like, I couldn't have even told this myself. And for the first time, it's interesting where hearing someone else's perspective, and that was genuinely, we just had a chat and drank carrot juice.
Yeah.
And I had this, I think I spent like half of our meeting talking about like just that moment of having the shower door on me and like me picking up the glass, and it
sounded really intense. It sounded really
because
intense.
I was having a very intense day. And when you arrive in between, okay, so product is done and it's now getting into people's hands, and I can tell you how I got there, but from then on, once it gets into your home, how it lives is up to you.
I wake up around 5, so he usually has a few feeds throughout the night, and after this 5 a.m. feed, I'll wake up and do it.
Okay.
Or after he goes to bed, which is between 9 and 10.
He feeds at 5 a.m.?
He feeds at 3, possibly 4:30, and 5 or 6 a.m. Yeah, depends on the day. So that's when I find the time to blog. Generally, like throughout the day, if he's feeding or if he has a 5-10 minute nap, I'll grab my phone and write different ideas, or I'll write like little pieces. So you find that the time that you do have, you use so well. I think before I used to think, oh, I was so busy, I didn't have the time. And now it's like, oh my God, I had loads of time. Like, what did I do with it? You know? Whereas now it's like, okay, I've got 5 minutes here, I've got 10 minutes there. What can I do in this time? You know, what can I do one-handed? Because half the time he just wants to be held. So it's like, all right, I've gotten to be a pro at doing certain things one-handed. Did a makeup one-handed, you know, all those kinds of things.
Oh wow. When is you time? Like, when do you get time?
The shower.
Okay.
The shower is
What's
like...
George doing while you're in the shower?
So George is either sleeping in his little snooze pod.
Okay.
Or he is in the little Kakuna baby.
Oh yeah.
Just hanging out in the bathroom with me.
Okay.
But oftentimes he loves the sound of the water, so he falls asleep. Oh wow. Which is great. So I get an extra like 10-15 minutes possibly. And that is like my me time. So that's when I use, you know, special face wash, or just take a long time and like let the water like, you know, just like warm my back.
Yeah.
Or
George is smiling.
George's like,
yeah, me too. Me too.
And that's like my little spa time as well, because some people do like a full routine in the morning, or they do a full routine at night. I don't have the time to do that anymore. So that for me is when I do it. I use the scrub. My skin is so soft. My skin, I mean, I would offer to touch it, but let you touch it, but my skin is so soft. And it's like the best thing, because you come out and it's like a moment where like you become, there's like a bit of your old self there. Not that the new self is bad or anything, but it's just a glimpse of what life
used to be like.
Exactly.
This was life.
This is life, the luxurious, like, you know, a bath and this and that. But just that time to like exfoliate, to put a little face mask on, to do whatever it is, that makes all the difference in the world. And you come out feeling like a new woman. Like, I'm ready to take on the day. Like, George, come here.
And then
Also, that's generally what it goes. But you just come at like the day with a different attitude. Like you feel kind of excited and you feel, you know, sexy and different and clean. And
Clean is important.
Clean is important. So that's kind of what the mornings look like with George. Hi, I'm Tricia Rosas Naylor from the blog Patricia Parisienne.
And this is George.
And this is George Naylor.
Yeah. George Naylor.